Hey everyone, this is Molly, the creator of UI Prep, and I'm going to share with you a few of my favorite tips and tricks for customizing and maintaining components inside of the newest version of the design system. So I'll use buttons as an example and go over a few tips. The first tip is to show any hidden layers in a component before you make edits. Make sure you're not missing anything. So every component in the system is currently in its simplest state. So when the designer drags it in from the assets panel, it's really simple and they can add on complexity rather than having to remove complexity. Let's take a look at the primary button as an example. And over here in the right-hand panel, you can see all the properties for this button. We can see that by default, there's two Boolean properties for the icon, and they're both turned off. So to turn them on, we can go in and edit the property and change the value from false to true. Now we make an edit to maybe the icon colors or sizes. We know that our edits are going to be seen by having these Boolean properties turned on. Now let's go over how to select multiple matching layers in front of a component. So you can select one layer in the component, let's say an icon, and you'll see below a little icon will appear to select all matching layers. If you press Shift and select a second layer, you can do the same. So we have all of the left and the right icons selected here. We can go through and do a few things. We could update the size, the color, or which icon is showing in bulk, without having to go through and edit each one individually. The next tip is to edit components across multiple component sets at once. So to do this, you can hold Shift and drag a selection across multiple components, even across multiple component sets. For example, we could select all of the large buttons and update the size. Let's say instead of 40 pixels, we're going to use a different sizing variable. Let's say large. So we have very large buttons. And lastly, let's say you want to add in a brand new type of button. Rather than starting from scratch, we can just duplicate an existing button set and make some edits to create that brand new button. I'm going to hold Alt and duplicate this entire set. Let's say I need a success button. I can go in and update the name of this brand new component. And then go through and make a few updates to the styles to make it green. I'm going to go in for each color. And I'll update instead of the brand color default, I'll go down to success. Hover and focus will both use the hover color. And then we'll have the down color as well. And then we see in the assets panel, we already have our brand new success component. We can make edits to it just like we can to all the other buttons. We can change the size, the state, the label, how many icons are being shown, and what those icons are. Those were a few of my favorite tips and tricks. As you can see, everything's really easy to customize and maintain inside of the UI Kit.